that squirrel doing?
Get out of here, square. What? What, Square? Will you tell me? Hey, Square, will you tell me? Square.
Save the date. Something big is happening here. Use the hashtag #GhoulsForGood. Friday, October 23rd, right? It is a tribute to the Night of the Living Dead. It is a live read. It's going to be scenes from the original movies and stars from the movies, right? There's going to be more announcements coming soon. I'm going to let you know a couple of people who are going to be involved in this thing. But before I do that, you could be involved in this. Send us you doing zombie stuff, right? It could be you just walking down the street, walking in the cemetery. You could use some Legos. You could draw, do a little stop motion thing. We're going to put you, the viewing audience, making your own homemade zombie stuff. We're going to work it into the live read with the stars from the film. So we've got actor, stunt woman, producer, Patricia Tallman. She was in the 90s version of The Night of the Living Dead, the Tom Savini version. We've got Russ Streiner, okay? Actor and chairman of the board of the Pittsburgh Film Office Board of Directors, who played Johnny in the original version. And we've got Laurie Cardill herself, okay? Star of Day of the Dead. And she's going to contribute to the reading. She's going to talk, and she's obviously going to tell some stories about her legendary father, Chili Billy. It's all going to be there, okay? You want more? We have more stars confirmed. William Butler, self-professed horror nerd. We say the Titan of horror. Writer, director, effects coordinator, and actor. No one died more on screen than William Butler. He died for your scenes. He was in Friday the 13th, The New Blood, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead. He's going to be there to relive it. Oh, you want more? The duo with Pittsburgh DNA running through their veins, their undead veins. Zombie. I love Zombie. they're going to be providing brand new unreleased tracks for the Ghouls for Good tribute. Oh, you want one more? Horror legend and star of the 1990 Night of the Living Dead, directed by Savini. Okay, this is big. You don't need me to say it. Tony Todd is going to be on the reading here. If you don't know who Tony Todd, that's the Candy Man. You look in the mirror, you say it 3 times. Tony friggin' Todd is going to be here. You will get to see these amazing artists perform the source material. You'll get to meet the artists. You can ask questions. Do not miss this event and help us spread the word. And we are doing all this to raise money for PA Democrats and the Biden-Harris campaign. Get out there, tell your friends, it's Halloween season, man. You're probably not going to go trick-or-treating. You can't knock on doors, right? What you can do, you can dress your kids up, make them zombies. Pete did it. Be a ghoul for good. We will see you there on Friday. Oh, hey, how's it going? Not used to seeing us on a Tuesday? Well, here it is, Tuesday night trash here at Alone Together Pittsburgh. Thank you for joining us. We are doing a little something different here. I got Pete over here. I got Dave over there.
I'm here.
We're trying something out here. We've got something exciting happening on Friday. We wanted to let you guys know a little bit of this. So this is an impromptu show with some new facts and new information. So I think we should talk about that. We got a little thing called Ghouls for Good happening on Friday night. That's a Night of the Living Dead, kind of a tribute, an Undead read, if you will, with stars from the original Night of the Living Dead and the 1990 version, all coming together, and other stars from the Romero universe are going to be there. It's going to be fantastic. We're doing that as a benefit to raise a couple of bucks for the Biden-Harris campaign and especially PA Democrats. So I can go on about this for a while here, but I want to bring out the man who thought this up to begin with and brought us to the table. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Randy Kovitz.
Hey, Patrick.
What's up, buddy?
Nothing much. I need to slightly correct that. The person who was really the instigator was Margie Whitmer, who called me and said, I have this idea. I heard that they did a reading of Princess Bride in Wisconsin to raise money. And I had this idea about Night of the Living Dead. And I said, well, I've done a couple of Romero movies and I know some of the people and maybe Patrick would be interested. And that was about 3 weeks ago. And ever since then, it's just snowballed. I mean, people have agreed to do things I never would have thought, and yeah, Tony Todd, there's a big question mark down there. Tony Todd worked at a bar in New York in the 80s that I used to do theater in, and I knew him and his good buddy Baha, who went to the theater school in Rhode Island, Trinity Rep. That's where Tony went. Baha was my roommate for a while, so I knew Tony, and when I called him up, I reminded him of that, and he couldn't have been nicer and said, "Yeah, I want to help." So I mean, it's all kind of come together. But Margie was the instigator.
That's fantastic, and that's how it goes, man. That's a perfect Pittsburgh thing. And
yeah,
you picked the iconic Pittsburgh film, to roll with it. That's great. And Tony Todd's also like a kick-ass stage actor.
He is.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah,
mad props for him.
Pat Tallman, right. I mean, they both are classically trained actors, and it was pretty cool. And then I wrote to Christine Romero and said, "Do you have George's original script?" And she sent me the PDF. So we have the script, and although a lot of it was different, Russ Striner today, I sent him the scene that I wanted him to read. He said, this is very different than what we shot. You need to just go to the movie and transcribe it. And I said, okay. So
that's funny.
Yeah.
This is good when you're dealing with the OGs like Russ.
Oh yeah.
It all comes around. I can't wait. I can't wait for what everybody's going to say. I can't wait for the stories. Plus, the fact that they're going to be doing like scenes, live reading scenes. It's
It's
going to
going
be
to be
awesome.
sweet. I mean, and Lori Cardill, who is, one of my
Amazing.
dearest friends, we went to school together too at CMU. She is going to be reading Chili Billy's scene with
That's incredible.
Russ, who played. It's weird. Russ played the sheriff in the second one, and so he's going to be playing the sheriff from the first one with Lori reading Bill's stuff. It's going to be fun.
That's genius.
And Russ told me a great story today. He said that in the second one, George Romero was supposed to play the sheriff, but he caught cold feet at the last minute. And so Russ, without any preparation, went on and did the part.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
We'll talk about that
Well,
with him.
well, you're going to find out stuff about that, but and so much more
Yeah.
with things as this thing starts popping off. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Randy. I mean, so you're going to be
Thank you
and
so
you're,
much, Patrick.
well, hey, don't just thank me. It's all of us, man. It's the whole team. Dave Mansueto's been working his ass off. So's Pete. We've
Wow.
all been cooking at this thing, and I know you have too.
Well, the enthusiasm is infectious, and Dave and Pete couldn't be greater collaborators, and you. But I've been mainly working with them. But I've collaborated with you for
Years.
a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, we never roomed together like you and Tony Todd's buddy. What was his name?
Baja.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I'm no Baja, but
He's a cool dude.
But we go, I'll bet we should have him on the show. Well, that's exciting. Hey, Fat Mandy wants to know. She wants to make a zombie scene. You totally should, Mandy.
Please.
You've got just under 48 hours, so get to moving.
Tell
on
her
that.
to do one like trying to get into a house, like at windows, or even if you shoot from inside the car windows. That's what we need. We need a couple of those. So
Okay, car windows and house zombies.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys a little taste of what you might be seeing on Friday.
what you might be in on Friday.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying the other people
Yeah.
that are watching, like the hardcore that just the hardcore horror fans that watch our show every night,
Yeah.
because we're big time and the horror thing. Anyway,
Thanks. Nick.
she's exceptionally agile, and I can confirm that. And I'm sure Dave.
I've seen you perform. You are very, very, very agile.
So this is great. I mean, we've got a lot of people lined up. I mean, tell us a little bit about more of the other people that are coming on there. Billy, for instance.
Well, Bill Butler is, he's an actor and he's done a ton of horror, but he now basically produces and does, shows. I met him in Manchester a couple of years ago for a thing called Weekend of the Dead that a bunch of us were brought over to Manchester for. I was, I don't know if people are watching know, I was in Dawn of the Dead and Night Riders. And so for some reason, people like to meet me because of that, because I played some roles that people remember. So I went over to Manchester and I met Billy, who's a charming, really funny dude. And he now produces horror stuff. And there he is. And lives in Burbank and is super busy. I mean, I only got him because I had met him, I think, and he really had to clear his schedule to do this. So it's really cool that he's doing it.
That's super cool, man. That's awesome. Oh, everybody watching at home right now, there's a little mini poll, little in-show poll that you can vote on. Today happens to be Bela Lugosi's birthday. Pete, do you want to tell them about it?
Why are you bringing me into this?
No, you just came on screen. I was like, I didn't know what was happening. I thought whenever I see you, I'd be like, oh, Pete needs to say something.
I didn't even know I was coming to the screen. Dave didn't.
Oh, okay.
It was Pete's. He came up with the inspiration in the poll. I thought he deserved the credit, so I threw him in.
Absolutely.
Not, giving him any props.
So
I don't do as good of a job introducing it as Dave does, so I was taken a little off by this.
Okay, so Pete found out that it was Bela Lugosi's birthday, and we decided to put an in-show poll of your top Bela Lugosi films. Which one might be your favorite? There's only 4. I know he did many more than that. And there might even be a Bela Lugosi story tied into Night of the Living Dead. We'll have to wait for Friday to hear that one. But Pete, tell him what the 4 movies are.
So the 4 movies we put in the poll tonight were, of course, Dracula, Son of Frankenstein, Plan 9 from Outer Space, and The Wolfman.
What about Ed Wood?
I didn't put that one in there.
He didn't put the one
Yeah,
in
was
there.
it Glenn versus Glenda? Is
Well,
that?
he was in it as a character, but somebody else played him. But it was a great movie.
But,
I mean,
but
he has
the
so
pull
many
the
movies.
strings part from pull the strings, that's the beginning of Glenn versus Glenda. That's him, isn't it? Doing pull the strings. He goes, beware, take care, beware.
You're talking about Ed Wood, right?
Yeah.
Great movie.
And I mean, Bela Lugosi didn't get the Oscar for that, but the guy who played him did.
He did.
That was great.
Landau.
Martin Landau.
Martin Landau.
We actually, on many an independent film, or in theater and scenes where people were bullshitting, we had to get around to it. There always has been one or two people saying, "Let's shoot this fucker," to try to like get people in the room to do it. So that's what carried with me. So I only hope that Bela Lugosi actually was saying that on the set of the movie.
I hope
When it was being filmed. I can only hope. So get your votes in that. If you had to choose from one of those four, Randy, who would you pick?
Which movie?
The
Probably.
Wolfman, the Dracula, what was this? Plan 9 from Outer Space, and what was it?
It'd have to be Dracula. I mean, he's so connected to that role. I
He
think.
kind of is Dracula.
Yeah. Although the Fritz Lang one, is it Fritz Lang? What's the German impressionist Dracula with the really long fingernails? I've never seen that. Oh, see, Nosferatu. Yeah.
Nosferatu, yeah, but that's so we've got one Plan 9 from Outer Space, 3 Draculas, a Son of Frankenstein and a Wolfman, and Amanda is shocked that there's a show tonight.
So here's
It's not a show. I slipped and took us online, so you
Here's a
guys are
time-
lucking out.
Here's a tie-in to what we're doing, though.
Okay.
Because Tom Savini directed a stage version of Dracula at City Theater with Tasso Stravakis, who's another guy who went to school with us and is a big Romero actor and insane person who still jousts on horses in his 60s.
But I have a question for you,
Yes.
Randy. If Tom Savini directed the 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead and Dracula at City Theater, shouldn't he be coming on the show on Friday?
He should be. He should be. We won't know till Friday, but it could happen. It definitely could happen.
I'm saying, folks, stay tuned, because we might who knows, if everybody else is showing up, he may show up. Maybe if we say his name 3 times,
Yeah.
he might appear. Mandy
Uh-oh.
saw the Dracula. It was a gorgeous production. Oh, who's this guy? Who's this guy from? Oh, who's that cop right there?
That's a 21-year-old just out of drama school guy who was so hyped up on coffee and donuts that my eyes crossed.
Sure, it was Coffee and Donuts.
Yeah, that's
What year was this?
1978.
Sure, it was Coffee and Donuts.
77, actually.
I'm sure it was Coffee and Donuts. Well, I tell you what, you look like a baby, and you look amazing there, Randy. Was this your first flick out of school?
Oh yeah, it was
This
my
was
first,
number one.
Yeah, it was my first movie, and this was the first night I'd ever been in front of a camera. And
That's amazing, and that's a hell of a first time right there.
It was great, and then later on, I had grown a beard. I was in a city theater. It was called City Players back then, and I showed up on the set. I was doing makeup, and I showed up at the mall one night and dressed like this, and George didn't recognize me. And then when he did, he said, "Oh, hey, Randy, you want to work tonight?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So I was just about, in this picture, I'm just about to break a bottle over this zombie's head. And then I did a bunch of stuff, some of which got cut.
Dude, that's just awesome. That's like the perfect. That's back when film was film.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
hey, Randy, you want to work tonight? You grew a beard, so let's throw you in there.
it was totally like that.
It's not totally unlike what we got going on Friday, in a way. You know what I mean? It's a lot of by the seat, flying by the seat of your pants. You know what I mean? Nothing more exciting.
Yep. I just got the seat of my pants reinforced in anticipation of Friday. So.
Well, get ready, man, because the whole week, this show, it's called Alone Together, but it could also be just shit in your pants and dive in and swim
In front of Tony Todd.
in front of Tony Todd.
The people who are the guests on this show have no idea all the insanity that's been going on to try to get it together. So it's going to be really fun.
They just think it's a Zoom call. They're going to come on. They're going to read some pages and they're going to leave.
But not to bring everybody down, but I want to make sure that everybody really knows what this is really for, because it's really important that that Pennsylvania goes blue. And if we can help by doing this, by raising a little bit of money to get people to knock on doors or give people rides to the polls or whatever, I think we will have really done a good thing.
I agree, man. I totally agree.
See,
Question
I brought everything right down.
No,
Nobody's laughing.
that's still no. You didn't bring anything down. These are factual accuracy right there.
Right.
Do you know who the zombie is? Did you stay in touch with him?
I have
This guy
no
here.
idea who the dude is. I have no idea. No idea.
What's funny is that's Baja's cousin. I'm sorry.
You could be.
I'm just hollering back there.
Baha is this 5'4" Iranian dude, and he studied directing, and he apparently Tony told me he's back now in Providence. So I don't know. He was the sweetest, nicest guy you could ever imagine.
Now we're hyping up Tony Todd a lot because we love him. We love him in movies, from the Rock to everything else in the world. But Patricia Tallman's no slouch. I mean, she was also including, and this must be her stunt work is up there too. I mean, she's been she's done some big double in there.
She trained at Carnegie Mellon with the same guy that I trained with, B.H. Barry, and then when we went to New York, she got involved with a group called Fights Are Us, and she started doing lots of fight stuff, and then she moved to LA and did a lot of stunt work, but she always acted too. She did, I think, 50 episodes of Star Trek.
Oh wow.
And she also did a number of seasons of Battlestar Galactica. So she's basically a sci-fi and horror star, and
she's checking all the boxes.
She's a real force of nature. Plus, she's always been an entrepreneur. I worked with her in LA when she had this group called Kel Tamats, and it was a female fight group that would hire guys and do events. We did this huge party at the Warner Brothers backlot where people would walk in and they'd walk by these groups of cowboys beating the crap out of each other, and I was one of them. And she did it all. And now she has a travel company, I think, called The Quest, where when there's no COVID, she leads tours all over the world to famous places. And I want to talk to her about it on the show.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I'm fascinated. Is it famous places, just famous places, or famous places where they shot movies, or both?
No, it's like, go to Scotland, go to Egypt, to the pyramids. I mean, big tourist destinations, but she digs in deeper, apparently. She's a very talented and industrious person.
She doubled Laura Dern in Jurassic Park, didn't she?
I'm not sure about that, but please ask. Let's find out. But she's always been just a really nice person, and very ambitious, of course, but also great energy. And she's so genetically gifted. I mean, she can really move. She looks amazing. She can act.
That's awesome. And Russ Streiner, I mean, obviously the film chops of being in the original Night of the Living Dead, but what he's done for the film office and the film community in Pittsburgh has been, legendary over the years too.
Yeah, he's really been a great advocate for getting films here and for doing things. And we were trying to get John Russo, his partner, his producing partner, and also George's writing partner. John wasn't available, but he thought it was a great idea, and he gave his blessing to this thing. So.
Oh, that's cool, man. Well, I mean.
Oh, and I also heard one more thing. Sorry, I'm blabbing, but it's
just us here, Randy.
I wrote this guy
literally
who does a lot of these shows, and I've only been to like 4 of these shows where if you've been in movies, you go and people meet you. And I didn't want to do them at first because I thought they were corny, but the fans are so sweet and nice and so excited to meet us that it just won me over. Anyway, John was saying that Jim Cirinella, this guy who I met because he printed some pictures for me, but it turns out he's a partner in Image 10 Productions. Image 10 is the production company that was partnered on Night of the Living Dead, and other things. And Russ Striner's part of it too. So I wrote to Jim and just said, we're doing this thing. Can you help us promote it? And he said, I don't know if you know it, but I'm on Image 10. And then he said, and by the way, I give you permission to do this. We hadn't asked. And technically we didn't have permission, but he basically said, I give you permission. Here's the official trademark and everything.
Yeah.
If there's anything I can do. And this is what I love about this Pittsburgh community and also this horror community. In many ways, everybody's just so giving and open. It's really cool.
It's the best of Pittsburgh, man. And I mean, that's the one thing you can say about it. It's Pittsburgh. Like Pittsburgh can get you in the door with a lot of people that are from Pittsburgh because everybody,
Right.
It's that kind of a vibe. So that's it. And Laurie Cardell obviously has an amazing career and is amazing.
Lori's an amazing person. She when she lived in New York, she did commercial after commercial, soap operas, television, movies, episodics, and then she moved back here and had a family. And she's just she's good people. She's kind of like a sister to me.
That's awesome.
We really love each other. So
I mean, it's going to be a fun time on Friday. So everybody, please be sure to tune in. It'll be good. So here's the deal: it's free. You can watch it. But we're going to be asking periodically, like a PBS fund drive, if you could kick in a couple of bucks, pretty much what we do on the show normally, but it would be a little bit more urgency and a better cause. Where this is ticking below us right here, where it says, just use the ghouls for good. It's going to be giving you information on how to donate. Everything's going to go to Act Blue with the specificity of going to PA Democrats in the Biden-Harris campaign.
right.
So that is what it's going to be. So, man, I'm excited about this. This is really cool. We also, Dave, if you want to chime in here for a second, or Pete and Dave, we've also got music from Zombie,
Oh yeah.
and that's friggin' killer.
I got a fun fact about Zombie.
Please.
Steve Moore, it's a two-person, A.E. Patera and Steve Moore. Steve Moore worked in Monroeville Mall.
Nice.
The roots, they run
Hey,
deep.
can I tease the makeup thing? Do you think?
Of course, I was going to get to that next. I was,
All right.
I was checking mental boxes here
So
tonight,
this is
Randy.
very cool. This just happened today. I've been talking to Tom Savini about getting someone from his makeup school, the Douglas Education Center in Manhasset, Pennsylvania. They are the home of the Tom Savini Special Effects Makeup School.
Manhasset.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I heard. I
Gotcha.
don't know
Go
where-
on.
But he gave me the names of the people, and I called two people. They both called me back. When does that ever happen? And within hours,
Tell me about it.
within hours, I had a student email me or whatever. I emailed him. I got his information, and he said, "I'm so excited! I can't wait to do this. What a great opportunity! Thank you, thank you, thank you." So, we're going to have during the show, he's going to be doing a special effects makeup treatment to create a zombie, and we'll see it happening in real time as the show progresses, which is going to be really, really cool. There's the thank you. That's Tom Savini's Makeup Academy. This is the kind of stuff they do. So, I mean, they have people working all over the place. They've had like 10 students compete on the TV show Face Off. So it's an amazing thing that we've gotten. So it's a good, really good get, as they say.
I actually watched a couple episodes of Face Off because I thought it was the Nicolas Cage, John Travolta movie when I was skimming through it. And I saw Face Off. Oh, I got to click on that. I'm like, and then this
But it
became
took you a couple episodes before you missed.
sucks me in there. I didn't realize that. I was like waiting for Nicolas Cage to show up. I'm like, ooh, this must be the director's cut.
Yeah, Steve Tonal was on the first one.
I remember. I remember hearing about it. I didn't see it live, but I remember what was happening. But so that's great, man. We've got that going on there, and we might actually even have some more surprises, like we talked about before. We put a call out. We want you, the viewing audience, to send us zombie stuff. Stills could be video. You could use Legos. You could use, make a cartoon. You could draw a flip book. Anything you want to do, zombie style. But the clock is ticking.
Yeah, do it soon, because this whole idea is about community. It's about getting everybody to be a part of it, and then being part of something together to do some good. So,
I shot a couple videos with my daughter. It took
Yeah.
she did her makeup in like 10, 15 minutes, and then we
great.
went up to the cemetery and
It was like midnight. He took his 10-year-old to a cemetery. He said, "Go and walk around."
Hot tip: if you can't get fake blood, shoot it in black and white, or make it black and white afterwards, and use chocolate syrup. That's what they did in Night of the Living Dead. So in the deer, they
Oh,
didn't use-
we might have a little taste of somebody that sent us something.
oh
We
yeah,
might have a zombie taste here. Oh, the boys are down by the river. Okay, it's a little taste here. A little bit of
upside down crosses,
this
little panic.
this video gives me joy. So as it plays out, we'll see what it's about. We'll see what they're doing. We'll see what's working on
I
here.
think we're about to see a severed head.
I
There
don't.
we go.
Oh gosh, there's the severed head. See, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're setting the bar high here. All
Yeah.
right. So if you want to send this stuff in, send us something like this. You can't go wrong. Plus, like I said, it's all fun. It's going to set the tone for the show. Oh, we got zombies.
Yep.
So it's going to set the tone for the whole show. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're doing. You know what? And you don't have to shoot it in black and white. If you just want to use chocolate syrup and color, make it happen.
Who
You know what I
cares?
mean? Who cares? I want to see your zombie. We've seen Tom Savini zombies. We've seen George Romero's. We've seen them all. We've seen Greg Nicotero's. We've seen all of these. What's your zombie? Let's get creative. All right. Look at these zombies here. Speaking of which, all right. So this is. Oh my
Uh-oh.
goodness. Oh boy. Let's
There we go.
not give it all away, Dave. Let's not give it all away. We got lots of. It's all right. So anyway, we've got potentially a Fat Mandy zombie. Amanda Blair, Kieran, are you still watching, Amanda? I think you and your hubby would probably be good to do this, especially with that lip piece that your husband has right now. I think we should zombify it. I'm just saying, get it in there, make it happen.
Slap him around, give him some bruises. You know what I mean? Little rouge. Burn a cork. Put it on your face. That's always a good if you need some dirt quick.
Yeah, Dave worked in Victorian era theater, I think. Yeah, use
That
a
was-
little bear fat and mix it with some
Good old
put it on
one
your
take
face.
one take Mansueto. You know, I might say something here, Dave. Weren't you in a movie that Tom Savini was in?
It was amazing. It was Children of the Living Dead. Patrick, I think maybe you were a front runner for the lead in that
I was supposed to be in it, and something went wrong. I don't remember
Yeah. I was
what
a
it was.
fly
I
on
was
the wall. I
supposed
got
to
to
be
see.
like, I got the call and I got everything, and then like nothing happened.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, they said, "Hey, we need zombies," and you know what I mean. I was new to Pittsburgh then, but I was there. Children of the Living Dead. It was a wild scene. I got to see
And Tom
Savini work, and
Tom was acting in it.
yeah,
Tom showed up for a day, I think, and just the stuff I heard from everybody on the set. It was the stuff of Savini legend.
Oh yes, I have a few stories too, but we'll
Where
tell
he
them off the air.
he came in like Rambo apparently. I wasn't there, but Dave
I
was.
lost
and
a bit of hearing in one ear thanks to.
I was going to say he has the scars to show from
What
it.
they were doing pyro?
Yeah, there was a guy next to. I got there late, so I didn't get to be a zombie. I had to be a zombie hunter, and they just handed us guns filled with blanks, and we were just. A guy next to me had a shotgun and was just blaring away at the shotgun. I didn't have any ear protection, so to this day, this one ear, if I'm driving through a tunnel, it'll rattle, and
Wow.
it's been that way. Children of the Living Dead.
Well,
So I've. put
Dave,
in my-
you did an excellent job in my movie, The Beat Goes On, you and Sarah. So just one or two.
Well,
Hey,
the
did
beat
we-
was good, so it was so easy.
Did we call Sam or Gab?
Sorry?
Sam Turek and Gab Cody. Didn't they do Mombies?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they did.
We should dust them
They did.
off. Get them to do a little something.
I worked on sound for that. Yeah,
That's what I thought. Yeah. And Mark Nobile, I think, shot that thing.
Mark shot it. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it. All right. So get.
All right.
All right. So all right. So everybody get fired up. How's things going for Bela Lugosi's birthday, Pete? Did anybody else vote since the last
I
time?
don't think so. I don't know. I haven't looked. Dave, you got it, or should I look?
Oh, we got another one for playing
Mine
Knife
is
About Outer
coming
Space.
up.
I think somebody switched their vote from Dracula to Plan 9 from Outer Space. Because I think it was 4-1. Well, this was a great idea. Hey, Dave, is there anything else you wanted to add for us? Anything else you want to get from this? Should we do something? Should we do like a Crazy Eddie pitch? What do you think, Dave?
It's how much we've all been burning wicks at every end, but I'm feeling the second wind going.
Yeah.
But Patrick, what do you think? You want to start screaming at people? Should we throw some? I could throw something around. I could wreck my bedroom.
No.
I think we're good.
These prices are insane.
Right.
I mean, listen. I've hit a lot of people up. The little shot we saw from Joy, who was on the show last Friday. He shot a video, and because people live in Pittsburgh, in the Pittsburgh community, it's like everybody has had that one art project or music video. Joy's got two that were zombie things. We're not, repurposing, reuse, recycle too. So if you've shot something, hey, we'll throw a filter on it. We'll make it black and white. We'll make it grainy. We'll zoom it in. Let's repurpose your zombie.
We'll
footage.
down-res it.
But also, Alone Together Pittsburgh, we're going to be here tomorrow and on Thursday. We've got great shows lined up for you. Natalie, since we moved the show for the Night of the Living Dead, basically takeover tribute on Friday, Natalie Besavenga's 5 Minutes With is going to be on Wednesday, tomorrow. And Dave Bracey's going to be with us on Thursday doing that. We also are going to have Kate Romaine on Thursday and Casey Renee on Thursday, and we've got a musical guest. Dave, tell me who it is.
Put on a fucking mask.
That's right. He plays gongs.
Mike Tamburo on the gongs. The guy's got so many gongs, he's gonna gong your brain. It's a Zen thing though. I'm selling it all wrong. It's a turn off the lights, light some incense, lay down. You're gonna get gonged.
I think everyone's going to need that on Thursday if they're going to watch any news network afterwards. They're going to need a little bit of Zen before another debate happens. But Wednesday, like I said, we've got Natalie Besavenga tomorrow, Aaron Hart, and Liz Berlin is going to be here. Is going to be here talking with us on Wednesday. So we've got a big, amazing week of shows pushing us right into that. And we're in the hundreds of episodes now, Randy. I don't know if you know this.
I do that. I know. I heard you just did your 100th. Congratulations.
Last Thursday, we're on. Tomorrow's going to be 102.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, and Dave played the Bruce Springsteen clip as he should. I mean, I know for the few people that are watching right now, thank you, and keep social distancing, keep putting your mask on. Allegheny County, up to this point, has had over 100 cases every day for the last 7 days, and it's been fluctuating between 100, 150, 160. So we're going in the wrong direction. The state of Pennsylvania is moved up from like 1-point-something% transmission rate to 4.3. 5 is when they're going to shut it down again. So we're trending in the wrong direction. So if I can just let you guys just remind you that it's a political season. Wearing a mask is not political. It's just science. Put your mask on. Keep social distancing. Washing your hands. Other than that, I got nothing. Pete, you got anything for me? There we go.
Matter.
Dave, anything?
I love you guys.
Randy, anything?
Vote.
Okay. And Friday, starting at 8:00. We might even have something fun ticking for you beforehand. A little pre-show, a little pre-game activity. We are adding stuff constantly. If you think of something that you think would be cool to add to this, let us know. We might put it in. So cool.
But
thank
don't
you
wait
all.
till Friday to start to contribute. You can do it now.
Yeah, and if you got your ballot, you can vote early. It's just fill it out, take it down there. All right. Thank you all very much, and we will see you tomorrow, 8:00, and then don't forget the big show is Friday, 8:00. Night of the Living Dead Revisited, the reunion, tribute, anything you want to do. You're not going to see anything like it anywhere else.
Undead read.
The Undead read, as opposed to a live read. All right, folks. Remember what Bruce Springsteen said.
What did he say?
Wear a mask.
I'm not afraid to be seen standing up to these guys.
The mask's not for you. It's to protect the people you care about.
I never realized that Christian Bale's Batman sounds a lot like Bruce Springsteen. That's pretty good, Dave. What about what
That's
about
Christian
Bane?
Bale, man. I can't take a,
What about Bane?
He's
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
That's good. That's incredible. I enjoy that. But Liam Neeson.
Well, I got my lucky charms all the time. You gotta put your mask on because I can't be doing this anymore. You've been walking around. You got
Just fucking around. Hey, anyway, thank you all very much. Thanks for indulging us for a quick little pop-in, little 30-minute of Tuesday Night Trash. And you can see why we called it that, as opposed to our old school Monday Night Mess. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Take care of each other. We see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
You guys are the best.
Save the date. Something big is happening here. Use the hashtag Ghouls for Good. Friday, October 23rd, right? It is a tribute to the Night of the Living Dead. It is a live read. It's going to be scenes from the original movies and stars from the movies, right? There's going to be more announcements coming soon. I'm going to let you know a couple of people who are going to be involved in this thing. But before I do that, you could be involved in this. Send us you doing zombie stuff, right? It could be you just walking down the street, walking in the cemetery. You could use some Legos. You could draw, do a little stop motion thing. We're going to put you, the viewing audience, making your own homemade zombie stuff. We're going to work it into the live read with the stars from the film. So we've got actor, stunt woman, producer, Patricia Tallman. She was in the 90s version of The Night of the Living Dead, the Tom Savini version. We've got Russ Striner, okay? Actor and chairman of the board of the Pittsburgh Film Office Board of Directors, who played Johnny in the original version. And we've got Laurie Cardill herself, okay? Star of Day of the Dead. And she's going to contribute to the reading. She's going to talk, and she's obviously going to tell some stories about her legendary father, Chili Billy. It's all going to be there, okay? You want more? We have more stars confirmed. William Butler, self-professed horror nerd. We say the Titan of horror. Writer, director, effects coordinator, and actor. No one died more on screen than William Butler. He died for your scenes. He was in Friday the 13th, The New Blood, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead. He's going to be there to relive it. Oh, you want more? The duo with Pittsburgh DNA running through their veins, their undead veins. Zombie. I love Zombie. They're going to be providing brand new unreleased tracks for the Ghouls for Good tribute. Oh, you want one more? Horror legend and star of the 1990 Night of the Living Dead, directed by Savini. Okay, this is big. You don't need me to say it. Tony Todd is going to be on the reading here. If you don't know who Tony Todd, that's the Candyman. You look in the mirror, you say it 3 times. Tony friggin' Todd is going to be here. You will get to see these amazing artists perform the source material. You'll get to meet the artists. You can ask questions. Do not miss this event and help us spread the word. And we are doing all this to raise money for PA Democrats and the Biden-Harris campaign. Get out there, tell your friends, it's Halloween season, man. You're probably not going to go trick-or-treating. You can't knock on doors, right? What you can do, you can dress your kids up, make them zombies. Pete did it. Be a ghoul for good. We will see you there on Friday.